Well, hello there. How's it going? Ah, welcome. Welcome on in. Oh. How's it going? Ah, welcome. Where's it coming from? Oh. Oh no. Where's it coming from? Oh no. Hold on. I got a tab out to open. Hold on. I got a tab. Oh. I found it. It's open. New tab. It's muted. Okay. Well, that was embarrassing. Not really, but whatever. You can't be a true streamer, without any kind of, audio issues, technical difficulties, or anything like that. Because if you don't, well, if you do, you're good. If you don't, well, you're not a real content creator, right? So yeah, welcome on in. Tonight's going to be a little bit different because actually, as you can see, the scene the overlays and stuff are a little different. They're on the this is the two-tone waffle overlay, not the Indie Creator Hub. I decided, you know what, let's change up things a little bit, because we're talking about Shareplay. So, talking on Shareplay, we're streaming on Shareplay, streaming on Twitch and YouTube and our own server, Owncast. You can find that at indiebasement.live. It's another live streaming platform that is all that I control. Nobody else. That's me. And maybe the fine folks over at Hetzner that actually host the server for it too. But I'm getting a little sidetracked here, as I usually tend to do. But we're going to be talking about a small, up-and-coming live streaming service that is called Shareplay. It is in alpha, closed alpha right now. I was actually lucky enough to get access into it, stream this week. If you've caught the stream last night, we played some Fallout 76, had some fun doing that. Just, getting our feet in the door and figuring things out and seeing how it works. And it's been, every single stream I've been watching on Shareplay for months now has been very, very crisp and clear. There's been a couple times where it's like a buffering, but I don't know if it's on Shareplay side or the streamer side where internet connection issues can come in and mess things up, as it usually tends to do. But yeah, it is in a closed alpha. You can watch. They do like showcases on Wednesdays and Fridays. They do on the Shareplay site, and they've been allowing access for a couple streamers every week to come in and stream during the week. It's a limited number streamers and time, but it's just to try to break it. To put it bluntly, it's just like, oh, what can we break? Can we have so many streamers on the service that it just comes crumbling down? And that's a good thing, because it sees what needs to be fixed, and the people who run Shareplay can fix it. So far, everything has been going perfectly fine. It has been phenomenal. And yeah, it's going to be, once it opens up to the wider community and everybody else, I'll add it into the mix of places I stream to. Because I know I multi-stream, and a lot of people say don't multi-stream. You divide up your community. Well, it's if you don't have a community, how can you figure out which platform to stream to, right? So stream to all of them until you find a community, and then build it from there. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm a great experimenter with different services and platforms, and been messing around on old Twitch, Mixer back in the day. I was on there, under a different account, different name, and tried out Strovo when it first started out. Got onto, did a little bit of Facebook gaming, and went back to Twitch. Tried out, streamed to Livespace, and now on Shareplay. So trying out all these different services and platforms, because that's pretty much what I do. Is I try to find alternative platforms that other streamers and content creators could be interested in, but they don't really know, or they haven't been searching around for. So that's why I try to bring to light these different places to, shine more light and get more eyes on it as much as I can. So I do all this on my my YouTube channel, Indie Creator Hub. I also have a community at the same thing, indiecreatorhub.com. And lately, for this month, I've been doing Blogist, where I write a post every day for the next 30 days, or 31 days throughout August. Kind of, like, if you're not familiar with like NaNoWriMo, where you try and make a short story, you write as many words per day to complete it by the end of November. So it's the same concept. It's just with blog posts. You just kind of like post out what you can every day. So without further ado, let's actually take a look at Shareplay. And if you haven't signed up, it's a good idea to go ahead and sign up and get your gamer tag, your name tag, before it gets taken. Because once it opens up to the world, to the public, somebody's going to go out there and say, "I'm going to take Two-Tone Waffle's name, and I'll be that person." So it's a good idea to get in there early. Let's actually go full screen, shall we? And there we go. So this is Shareplay. You can find it at shareplay.tv. Right now, as it is, there is no categories. There's no anything that you normally would find on like services like Twitch or YouTube, Trovo. That's another thing. I streamed also on Glimish, RIP Glimish. But like I said, they're still going through their testing phases and doing all sorts of stuff. So there's no live element to it right now. You have to have the direct link to whoever is streaming at the time. So if I go to... And of course you can't search right now because you just can't. I'm going to go ahead and pause that so we don't get the infinity mirror effect. But this is the video feed that you'll normally see. It is very similar to any other services and platforms that you might have been streaming to or been part of as a community member or a video or a viewer. One of the major things that they've been trying to differentiate themselves from everybody else is that the chat experience is a lot better in a way that you can reply to somebody and it automatically keeps that other people can reply to your reply. So it's kind of like a threaded reply system, and it keeps it all in line as like a new feed or a new chat message when one comes in. That I haven't really seen much or a good implementation of that. Twitch has tried to do that before, or they still do it. It's just their way of doing it. It's kind of like 50% of the way there, to put it nicely. It's something where it's not, it's nice to have, but you can't do a reply to a reply to a reply. Because it's just like you only can do, you have the chat message, then a reply, and that's it, pretty much. Oh, you can reply to it, but the person that you're replying to doesn't really see it because it gets lost in the chat scroll. So it's kind of like they have good ideas, but they don't know how to finish the idea or actually get it working completely and ready to go. Also, as you notice, there is right here, there is this bar. So if you ever watched a live stream on YouTube, you'll notice that has like a DVR capability. This has a version of that where it doesn't go all the way to the beginning of, let's say you come into a 2-hour stream, or you come into a 2-hour stream at like 1 hour and 30 minutes into it, and you want to see what happened at the beginning. So you just hit the back here, the red line at the beginning, and double X speed it, and you catch up to where it is currently, and you get caught up without having to miss anything. Shareplay has a little bit different take on that. It's the past about past 60 seconds or so. So in case you trying to think, oh, what did that person say or what actually happened without hitting the clip feature like you normally do on Twitch, because again, Twitch has a DVR capability, but it's buried between or behind like 3 clicks, and it's not very intuitive. So you can rewind back about 60 seconds, catch up, and then if you get to the point where you missed out and you say, oh, okay, that's what it is, you can hit where it says live streaming, and it automatically moves you back up to the current live feed. So that's a really cool feature that Shareplay has implemented, and I really hope that they would expand on it. So instead of like 60 seconds, it's take a page out of YouTube and say, let's go the entire stream. I'm not sure exactly how they would go about with their video storage infrastructure. I don't know if they have the capability for that, but it'd be nice something. It'd be something nice to have, something for the future, And a lot of the stuff, of course, it's all grayed out because it's kind of it's in testing phase. Stuff is not ready for to be tested yet. They're still working on a couple things. Like you have a what I can assume as a clip feature because it has the title clip and it looks like a pair of scissors is the icon. So they have a clipping feature. We don't know exactly how that would go about. You also have your on your channel page here, you got your plays, which talking with Hellion last night during my stream over on here while playing Fallout, they came up with some great points that it'd be kind of like a showcase of featured clips or featured highlights or something along those lines, where it'll show up on your channel page within the plays section. Now that'd be pretty cool to actually see where they're getting ahead of what I would assume, or I would safely assume, is the competition. Twitch, YouTube, and the like. So that is something that it would look into to say, hey, is this exactly what's going to happen? Maybe. Don't know yet. And of course, I don't have any insider knowledge. It's all Shareplay is kind of keeping everything close to the vest. So they'll release it when they'll say something and then release it when it's ready. Now, as we can also see here, is that you have a store link. Now, is this as a placeholder? Is it something that we can only guesstimate and theorize that, it's going to have a store that everyone would be able to use, or it could be partner only. So if you're a partner of Shareplay or by Shareplay, you have access to all the another tier of stuff that is available to you and your channel. So that's just something that is quite interesting when you look at it. It's like, they have all these building blocks in place that maybe when they go open beta, it might not be up and running or available to everybody just yet because they're still working on a couple things. But it'd be nice to see that when they go full release, open to the world, everybody can join in, and you have hundreds of thousands of people streaming on Shareplay that, see these little perks come in and new stuff that might come in that we haven't even thought of currently, that they're probably working on behind the scenes that we don't know yet. Now, you also have, of course, your About page. We still don't know what exactly is going to be added to this, because right now it's just, your About Me and a couple links to your social networks. Are we going to get like any kind of panels where you can be like a mixture of how Twitch is, where in Trovo, and how Glimish, where it's like HTML. I should take that back because HTML can get very dangerous. If you have this open HTML, people can pop in whatever they want. Because with Glimish, they used to use a kind of like what was it? I'm drawing a blank on the exact term. It's not. It's with Obsidian. It's kind of like. Anyways, where you can write down. It's not WYSIWYG, but it's kind of similar to that. I don't know. I'll probably think of the name an hour from now. It's like, that's it. So hopefully it was something kind of like a hybrid model where you can be putting in panels and they stay where you put them. Unlike Twitch, where depending on the resolution of your screen, they get all moved about and you refresh, and then one panel that you wanted at the end is now at the beginning or in the middle. It's just kind of like, what the hell, Twitch? What's your deal? So yeah, it's something that I would love to see what they have decided to come up with for your channel about page. Because truthfully, how many of you guys actually scroll down to look at the channel page, panels, or links that they have here? 9 times out of 10, most everybody has this and they don't deviate from this whatsoever. So it's kind of like let's get a reason for your viewers or your community members to actually scroll down past the video player to click on your panels or your links or whatnot that you have in store here. Because after the fold, that's undiscovered country pretty much in a lot of people's minds. Because don't take this the wrong way, many viewers are very lazy. They will not scroll if they don't have to. It's just the sad fact of it is. Like I have on my Twitch page, I have I forget exactly, but it's I'm trying to be snarky. It's like 99% of the people don't scroll. If you scroll, let me know. And I've only had one person told me that they read that about me section. So, and I've had that there for almost a year. So one person out of a year read that or told me that they did. So yeah, hopefully they do a lot of cool stuff and innovate on that space, because the next section I want to look at is actually really, really cool and something that you don't see pretty much anywhere else. Twitch is starting to implement overlays on the video feed. Shareplay has taken that and gone another step forward. Now, you have monetization options for your streams. Depends on what they go with when they go full release or open beta, depending on how things are worked out. Are they going to have everyone's going to be available to use monetization options from the get-go? When you first start your channel, you'll have the option. You go do the onboarding process with like your taxes and connecting Stripe or PayPal or whatnot. They have a implementation called Sharecoins that you can purchase right now if you wanted to. It's right here at the top right. Looks like a gold coin. You click on that, it gives you your balance, and you can add play coins. Now, they're coming up with a great system that is really similar to Twitch, because bits on Twitch is something that is very important to the creator and let's just say it, the creator economy. You got the bits, which are backed by the platform. You can't refund your share coins or bits because they have that chargeback protection. Because once you bought them, that's it. There's no going back. Unlike with subs and donations, those can be charged back. And we've seen all of the horror stories and the continuing horror stories of people doing a subathon or something, and all of a sudden they get like 1,100 subs, gifted subs, and a couple days later, all of a sudden, all those subs are charged back, and each chargeback is like $15 that the streamer or the creator has to pay. So they get screwed out. That's a raw deal. So subs and donations are like, truthfully, not the best method to, support your streamer. Use bits, or use, in Shareplay's case here, play coins, because you have all the protection, and you can use them not just on one streamer. You can use them on multiple streamers if you want. So play with it what you want, or what you will. So they have the taxes and everything that the viewer will take care of, not the streamer or the platform. So there's no double dipping or anything like that. So you got the bits, I mean not bits, but Shareplay or share coins, play coins. Wow, this is something that I have to get used to. So you got the different play coins. So for 100 is $1.40, and you can go from there. Now, what you can do with your play coins is, if you noticed on the bottom of the video player here, is these little icon guys. And these are pretty cool, because if you, let me explode. Of course, it's for some reason it. So what would happen is, let's say I have like $5 I want to send to my streamer. So I want to do the 5 share coins or play coins. You can also customize a message. So this is awesome that you can also do. I can see the implementation of adding like a TTS into this as well, because I know eventually all streaming services and platforms will do this, is get involved with like a chat bot, like Stream Elements, Beatbot, and Atom, or Mix It Up, or anything like that. So you can see the idea spinning and say, oh, I want TTS to be only on not the 500 one. Let's go for, the 1,000 one. So for 1,000 play coins, you get this little guy that all of a sudden they will have an animation that overlays on top of the video feed. Like a little animation, they move around, they have like the message, and it goes across. It's basically, look at it as like a lower third that comes up over on top of the video player. And that's something that you really don't see anywhere else, is that these built-in embeds, these overlays on the video feed. Now, what you can do is, if you're recording your stream session, what happens on Shareplay's, the overlay, it's not going to be in your local recording, because it's all on the website itself. There's nothing being like put into your feed unless you, if they do like a download from Shareplay. And then of course, I don't know if that would also be part of that as well. So it's still something that we'll have to look into once we get closer to these things being fully finalized and released. But for right now, is that you get the little animations. They're up there for about 8 seconds or so, and they do their thing, and then they drop down and disappear. And I can see, like I said, with TTS, that'd be perfect to see if integration with TTS, like Brian or Tangia with their AI voices, something along those lines, any kind of integration with third-party tools and developers. I'd be something to be really interested in to see if that is being looked into after the fact. Now, I'll post up in a show you, because I remember I told you about the replay or replies. Is if I have someone that posted up and I want to tell them something. Okay, I'll hit the reply button here, and I'll reply. It comes down here, it says, "Hi there," and it's the threaded in line with the chat message. and it's just chef's kiss, right? Because we all seen no one really uses the reply over on the Twitch, the purple place, because it's not very good. Now I can also reply to this message too. The reply here, and if my chat was just scrolling, what would happen is this: whoever replied to my reply to a message, it'll get pushed as a new chat message. So as the creator, I can constantly see any kind of new messages that are coming in, or if someone, whoever the viewer, would see that new reply, and it won't get lost. They won't get like a notification or something that they will have to scroll, or eventually it'll just get deleted off the chat window here. So that is a great feature that I have not really seen anywhere else, that is proprietary to Shareplay, and it's a great feature. That it could be, yes, it's a small quality of life feature, but it's also a really good quality of life. The small things make the whole experience that much better. Now, we did notice, last night notice that the text was getting cut off onto the right margins were way off, like off the screen. So we did let the team know, say, hey, we noticed this is a little bug. And the great thing about it is that the people who are developers who are working on Shareplay, they do their darnest and to keep up and talk with the community, because a lot of implementations that people ask for, or they say, hey, can we see this or something, they'll try and say, hey, yeah, we're working on that, and try to answer the people's questions in the Discord server as best as they can, and to try to help the community feel. I say, if you didn't stream on the platform Mixer back in the day, there was kind of like this, I'm not going to say community feeling, because that's kind of cliched and everyone kind of uses it all the time. It was like a small town feel, if you want to put it in a real life kind of scenario, where people who are part of the community and help run the site and service have a small town feel about them, and they don't have the small town feel of look at those outsiders coming in, people walk into the out-of-towners walk into the diner, and of course the music, the record scratch, and everyone turns and looks at the people with like mistrust and like, who are these people walking in our diner? And 30 seconds later, everybody goes back to drinking their coffee and their waffles. No, it's not like that. Everybody's very, very welcoming. Any questions are quickly answered. Anything brought up is taken care of. And it just has this great feel about it. And I know it'd be dumb to say that will change or won't change. Yeah, a couple things will change here and there, because as the site will become or grow in popularity, because I do think that they have the capability of garnering an audience of content creators, not just creators, but viewers to come in as well. Because that's a problem that we see a lot of times with up and coming platforms and services. Yes, you have creators, but where's your viewers? We saw that with Glimish. Unfortunately, Glimish, there was a lot of things that were going on with Glimish, and I don't want to speak bad, but it's just what was happening is that a lot of missteps were made, a lot of things were not done correctly, and promotion wasn't really done, and a whole lot of things were not done correctly, or how we as creators would see it be done correctly. The problem was is that you had limited number of creators and much or none at all viewers. So what would happen is that you have at a busy time 8 people streaming and maybe 10 potential viewers on a site. I don't know the numbers. I'm just pulling a number out of my butt. So let's just say 8 streamers, 10 viewers, and most of those viewers were the streamers themselves. So you maybe got two actual viewers that were not streaming or watching the content being produced on the platform. What was happening is that there's no churn. There's no people coming in and leaving, coming in, and because it was just stagnant of creators. And that's great and all. The platform, the service was great. What they were trying to build and accomplished for a very small team was phenomenal, but it just didn't work out because there was no viewership. And I really want to see Shareplay and these new services coming up have that capability of garnering a large viewership, enough for, let's say there's 50 creators streaming at one time, so you got 100 viewers, and then you just build on from there and you get more and more people just coming in. And sometime, let's say 5 years, let's say 2 to 3 years from now, Shareplay is still around because they've been doing a lot of nice things and great things. You got 2,000 viewers, and then you just another year you double it, you got 4,000, and you got 10,000, 20, and it's just a runaway train of popularity, and they increase their infrastructure. They have the capability to keep the site up and running for the creators streaming to handle hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of viewers and all concurrent viewers at the same time. So that's one thing I like to see, how they grow over the coming year to 2 years to 3 years. And it's something that you definitely want to keep an eye on, because I can see it, the possibilities are there with like any service. Mistakes could be made, and depending on how they go about rectifying any kind of mistakes that the community deems, it's like, oh, what you guys did, this system that you put in, it's just not working. Fix it or get rid of it. Let's try something different. Depending on how fast they can do their turnaround and work on stuff is very important for the growth and potential of the platform. And it's something that we've seen with Trovo. The gamification, I should say over gamification of the platform there is wicked stupid. I say things bluntly because, it's constructive criticism. I'm not saying, oh, the site sucks and then leave it at that. No, I say it's like you guys at Trovo have over gamified, and the monetization and everything else is not good at all. You have completely stripped away the, not ability, but the feeling of being creator first, because we've already experienced that with Twitch being ad first. That's all they want to do is just shove more ads in our face, for not only for us as the creators, but also for you as the viewers. It's just that's not a good thing. And for Trovo, it's just kind of like, oh, you got the treasure boxes, you got elixirs, you got mana spells. You also got the streamer arena. You also got I mean, seriously, I'm already on 4 things. That is way too many. And a lot of the problems we see it all the time is like MMOs. Is you got an event. Oh, here's another currency. Okay, so now we got 2 currencies to keep track of. Oh, here comes another event 6 months later. Here's yet another currency. So now we got 3 currencies. It's like, where does it end? After like a couple of years, you got like 15 currencies. Oh, well, the community has spoken and we have too many currencies. So we'll combine it down to 2. Okay, great. 6 months later, hey, there's another event. Yet another currency. You guys didn't learn. What the hell is going on? So it's kind of like, it's, I want to say like, it's not like a cat and mouse game, but let's just go with that analogy. It's like the platform, let's say Shareplay. It's a business first. We have to get that through our minds as creators. There might become a time where they might want to go do ad implementation. Okay, that's fine. But how, as a community, we'll have to say, how are you going to implement those ads that are not detrimental to our viewership and to us as a creator? Is it, again, looking at another platform, Twitch? Okay. I posted on my blog on Indie Creator Hub site is that what the big problem is that they have what is called a ad scheduler, which should be called a ad manager. Thank you, Zach Bussey, because I agree with the guy completely. Is that it's not scheduling anything. It's you're managing it. There's no schedule involved. So what it is that if you want to get the 55% ad revenue split, you have to turn on this scheduler, run 3 minutes of ads per hour. And now, yes, I get rid of pre-rolls, but what happens is that every hour you got 3 minutes of ads. Now, you can do the same. You can turn off the ad scheduler and run 3 minutes of ads. But the big thing is your ad revenue is now 30%. Really? I'm doing the exact same thing, except a slider is not on. And that constitutes 20% drop if it's turned off. So it's kind of like, and of course, ads in a live streaming environment is not conducive to a great viewer experience. Because we've seen it all the time. A streamer is in the middle of, like, say, Elden Ring, is about to beat the boss, it's got one more hit, and you get a what was that? The TGI Fridays barbecue ad pops in. So it's kind of like, and then all you're seeing is the TGI Fridays ad, and the big moment is ruined for the viewer, and the viewer is like, "What the is going on here? I'm missing the greatest gaming moment in gaming history." No, you're not missing the greatest gaming moment in history. You're being served 3 minutes of ads. Enjoy. Suck it up, buttercup. So that's the problem, is that Shareplay would have, if they want to go with ads, which I'm sure they're probably thinking about, it's probably on the whiteboard somewhere. Ads is on that whiteboard. It's a given in today's internet. This is something that, as us creators, we have to get past it. We have to accept it. It's just the way that how will Shareplay, implement a ad experience that is a joy for us to put in, and not something to harass and discourage our viewers from watching our content on a platform. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. They have to walk that very fine line and go from there. But it's something that I would like to see. They're probably not thinking about it right now, but as a company, they have to look at some way to earn money, because sub revenue splits and then the splits on the play coins is not going to keep a site running for very long. And we saw that with Glimish. It's just the way of monetization was not thought of or thought well of and implemented not the best way. So monetization so far great. It's gamified enough to hit that dopamine hit. Is it because somebody can spend 500 coins and get that little lower third that pops up on the video player and be like, oh, cool, the streamer read my message and it showed up bigger than life on the stream. Awesome, I like this. So I like that aspect, and I think it was hinted at a while ago that potentially Shareplay partners down the line would be able to do custom lower third bugs, whatever you want to call them, that they have customized to their branding and their community instead of these. I'm not saying these are bad. These are great. It's a great start. Now, what'd be better is if they have lined up, for holiday versions, like all these guys, especially the skeleton. Skeletons are, set up for Halloween, but we fix the skeleton with like a Santa hat for the Christmas time, the holidays, or you got Valentine's Day, or you do like a couple 2 weeks of like summertime themes where you have like beach towels or a beach ball. Bring back the mixer beach ball. That would be pretty awesome, where it spins, and because it also has a connotation to it's like, oh, especially for people that have a Macintosh, because if something gets stuck it's not loading, we get the beach ball and say, hey, it's buffering, or something's messed up here. So something kind of down that line where I have like themes where these little guys are kind of like I said, themed for the holidays. 4th of July, they're changed out for rockets and fireworks and like a barbecue grill or something. I don't know. Take it. It's free advice. I'm not charging for it. And the thing is, it's like some other YouTube creators would say, oh, they took my advice and without crediting me. It's like, how rude, disgusting, and it's shady, and it's completely sus. Don't use those platforms. Like, no, you're giving out advice for free on your recording, on the public airways, YouTube, live stream, wherever you're doing it. There is no expectation of accreditation or being, having monetary gain for like, hey, thanks for the idea, yoink. You don't have any expectation for that, and if you are, it's just you're on a whole nother level of narcissism and not elitism. I'm forgetting a lot of words today. It's weird, but that's just normal for my kind of streams where I'll blank on a lot of words. But yeah, whatever. But there is a lot of potential that Shareplay can offer. Not just creators, but also viewers as well. And I would like to see, because right now, if you're not part of the Discord, I'll have the link in the description, or just go to the Shareplay sites and they have a link to their Discord as well. Get involved. If you're interested in looking at any kind of alternative up-and-coming platforms or services, I would definitely keep an eye on Shareplay, because it's something that has old Mixer feels. The community is there. It's helpful. It's outgoing, and it's something that you really don't see in a lot of other different platforms and services all that often, because either A, they're too big, B, is that they're more worried about the almighty dollar or ads and stuff like that, or C, just they've been around for many years and it has that history of whatever that came before it. So I would definitely take a look at Shareplay and no, get involved. They have it out. If you want to be part of the alpha testing, they have a link on or a respond to their tweet. I'm still gonna call it a tweet. I don't care what Muskrat, whatever, whiny Elon has to say. If you change the name or anything, it's still Twitter. It's still Twitter to me, damn it. But they look up, follow them over on Twitter. They have a tweet where they wanted to know if any streamers are available or wanted to help alpha test for a week for like 10 hours. If you have the schedule, if you're able to make that schedule, go ahead and let them know, and they'll try to fit you in as best as they can. Or they also have a link in their Discord. So if you want to also help alpha test during like the Wednesdays and the Friday streams, and that you're interested in doing that, and you can also do that as well. And then those they have set up, I believe it's 2 hours that a streamer streams on a platform on that particular scheduled day and time. So right now they're doing a little bit more testing to get more people, more content creators on it to show, or I guess also stress testing it a little bit more to work out all the bugs and cobwebs and see how things are going, right? So all those links are in their Discord. So if you're definitely interested and you're a content creator and you do live streaming, definitely check it out and see if you want to get involved as well. If you have any questions during the live stream here, if you're watching this over after the fact on YouTube or VOD anywhere else, definitely pop a question in. But for anybody who's watching right now, is free to do so. Ask questions like, "What is this? What are you doing? Who are you? Who is your daddy, and what does he do?" Because that's what I do. Is like I said at the beginning, I go around and look at and try to experience for myself these alternative platforms. So to see, and also to, like I said, to bring about more eyes and more potential people that could use these streaming services or platforms that they might be interested in, and be like, "Oh, I never knew about Shareplay, or this other place, or Owncast, or Livespace, or anything else." That's what I try to do with Indie Creator Hub, and that's what I've been doing for past couple years, 2 years, 3 years. It's been 84 years. Sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes it's like, "Oh, this is not working. Can you guys help me here?" "Nope." "Okay. Well, you had potential, but not anymore." Like I said, Glimish, I was hoping beyond hope that they would stick through, but unfortunately, it's just a cavalcade of errors and mismanagement and all sorts of other problems just spell their demise. And it was kind of writing on a roll, and a lot of us saw it coming from a mile away. But I was like, "You guys can still pull out. You can do this." Excuse me. Unfortunately, we're not able to. Now, another thing I would like to see, and this is just me speculating and spitballing here, is that I should have done this earlier, or talked about this earlier, but transcoding. I haven't searched as well as I should. I could have done a better job searching, but how would the transcoding be? Would we be having transcoding? Say your viewer, let's say you're a new streamer, you just started Shareplay, you're a brand new account. Are you going to have the capability to stream to as 1080p, 720, 480, 360, varying bit rates as well? Something that would like to see, because again, Twitch, Logs transcoding to a partner wall, pretty much. If you're a partner on Twitch, you get transcoding for days. If you're affiliate, you get the scraps that just fall off the table. And if you're not a monetized streamer, well, who are you? So it's something I like to see with transcoding. Now, if they want to put it behind a wall, hey, that's no problem, because it gives an option or something that people can strive to, to say, hey, I want to try to become a Shareplay partner. What do I have to do? Okay, here's a listing, what you have to do in order to get looked at, or have somebody look at your account and the achievements and your contributions to the site, in order to say, hey, yeah, you're good partner material. Let's go ahead, sign you up, and get you on board. Now, that is all speculation, because again, I don't have any insider knowledge or anything like that. So there's something that they haven't let known publicly or behind the scenes or anything like that. So we'll just have to wait and see what they come up with and what they're thinking of, and we can go from there. But it's something I like to see. Is I posted up on the Discord as a suggestion, is be transparent, especially with the monetization stuff. We as creators, we want to know exactly how much we're getting, how much we made, all the fees, all the taxes that are being taken out, or that we're responsible for, or is Shareplay taken out, or is responsible for. Let us know, because as it is with Twitch, what happens? There's a black box that subs, bits, and all this other stuff goes through that black box. Twitch works their magic in there that you can't see what's going on there, the fees and stuff like that. And at the other end, it opens up and you get a nice little gift, and it's like, this is what you made. Aren't you happy? Ta-da! And it's like, what happened from point A to C? What happened with B? What happened inside there? Oh, we don't speak of that. We don't do that here. Kind of mentality. So I hope Shareplay is very transparent with a lot of their stuff, especially with monetization, because that is a major sticking point for a lot of creators. And also be upfront with, if you're going to do Shareplay, if you're going to do any kind of localization pricing, please be upfront with how it will work, what the results will be as a creator and as a Shareplay, and what each side will get, and also the viewer as well. How much they'll be paying, and then how much you'll be paid as a creator with localized pricing. Look at look at what's going on with Twitch right now. There's so much confusion, so much misinformation, so much garbage and crap going on that people really don't understand how they're making money over on Twitch. I look at, because I'm an affiliate over on Twitch, like I get the ad rev, and I'm like, oh, I made 38 cents this rolling 30 days. Woohoo! What did the 30 cents from ad revenue? How did that come through? Is that from Twitch Turbo? From people not having Twitch Turbo watching ads? Is it from pre-rolls? Is it from mid-rolls? It's like, I have no freaking idea. I have no idea how those 30 cents was made. So that's why I said the monetization option is very important, in how creators will get paid and what is the process from A to C. Everything in between should be spelled out in plain English, please, as best as possible. Yes, I understand there's going to be some people that will have no clue what's going on. Even if their hand is held the entire process through, they'll still have some complaints or something. That's a given. There's those people, and there's no hope for them, but we still have to live with them, and we still have to deal with them. But for 98% of us, please let us know exactly what's going on. It's also important to hydrate yourself too.